to people of Liberia. If you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answer. It's Face the Issue on Kings FM. John Anthony April Godson Williams, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to
government secure all finance of all road networks in the country. Major road network assigned on the Petrolia in 10-year electricity financing. 10 years for the World Bank.
When Liberians are desperate for leadership to deliver, desperate to know the truth, and desperate to know the real issues confronting the country.
If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
The government, all the ministers in the government, and then they put also everything they say, they don't say the truth. People of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answer. It's Face the Issue on Kings FM. John Anthony April Godson Williams, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today and we drop out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team, then they defeated. Everyone said that they put a carry away. You know, but when I say so.
And Face the Issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
Government secure all finance of all road networks in the country. Major road network assigned on the Petrolia in 10-year electricity financing. 10 years for the World Bank.
When Liberians are desperate for leadership to deliver, desperate to know the truth, and desperate to know the real issues confronting the country.
If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
The government, all the ministers in the government, and then they put also everything they say, they don't say the truth. People of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answer. It's Face the Issue on Kings FM. John Anthony April Godson Williams, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today and we drop out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team, then they defeated. Everyone said that they put a carry away. You know, but when they say so.
And Face the Issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
Liberians, I have received today news of the evictions and destructions of our party headquarters. Unfortunate and regrettable as this is. I wish to encourage all Liberians, especially our supporters and sympathizers, to stay calm, remain law-abiding, and respect due process in the interest of our democracy, the rule of law, and the peaceful coexistence among all Liberians, irrespective of party, social, ethnic, or tribal affiliations. Fellow Liberians, fellow partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, today we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law. Emboldened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy. their list of violations grows daily, from police brutality against ordinary citizens to outright disregard of court orders. We must, however, take the high road in the interest of peaceful coexistence. I urge everyone to remain calm, law-abiding, and respectful of due process, despite this partisan political mischiefs from the Unity Party government. In the legal battle over the ownership of the CDC headquarters, our party has always followed the rule of law and openly stated its willingness to abide by the court final ruling, regardless of the outcome. Yet, before the battle was fully exhausted, the trigger-happy partisans leadership of the police force, with direct instruction from Bouaka himself, spurred into actions. This was not a lawful eviction. It was a failed mission to destroy and erase the CDC in an attempt to fulfill their very wish Bouaka has repeatedly expressed to his lieutenants. While executing this criminal act, they made the cheers of their partisans. They failed to notice the loud silence of the vast majority of ordinary Liberians. Our people are in disbelief at this administration. Reckless behavior in its quest to consolidate power. Posterity will punish them harshly, while the loss of our office building is a setback. I want to emphasize that it is only temporary. We shall overcome this sooner rather than later. Thanks to your unwavering commitment, determination, and resilience, fellow citizens, coalitions, well-wishers, and sympathizers. Fellow partisans, do not be despaired. While we admit these are difficult times, our party has faced worse situations, even from the very same actors we see today, and we have emerged stronger. We shall prevail. The UP leadership under Bouaka are destroyed, but we are builders. A special national headquarters delivery committee is being established to immediately begin the construction work so that we can have a modern state-of-the-art new home in record time. We shall execute this while we embark on a national tour to inform our people. In my journey to heights I have achieved, I have seen such hiccups before. We shall never waver. Together we will build. We are survivors by history. We are blessed with a spirit that overcomes even the most tragedies and misfortune. Remember, the unity, strength, and identity of our party and coalition are not formed in bricks and mortar. They live in the minds, hearts, and fighting spirit of our teaming supporters. Therefore, I call on every member of the party, our sympathizers, to mobilize and focus our energies on constructing our next premises. I must be clear, resist the temptation to take the law into your own hands. However disappointed we are by this outcome, I call on each of you to continue respecting the law and due process. Fellow partisans, well-wishers, and sympathizers, I am optimistic about the political future of our party. Together we will build a better home for our party. So help me God.
God bless Liberia.
We have seen a systematic erosion of democracy, executive overreach, and open disregard for our constitution, lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye, even when the sacred hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the Unity Party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Cruton to Pinsville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sammy College to Southtown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Bouaka administration. And that institution is the Mate Coalition for Democratic Change.
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure. The council even they could just be getting $1 million for the budget year every year. They give $1 million. You're imbalance.
If I were president of this country, I should go out show you his wonder. You'll never believe it. We told Joshua for what? You're a footballer.
Yeah.
A football developed country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen to because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What will the board do for you? No passion for development. Then we move Joshua, we put the millions men in the whole world.
Yeah.
Me.
Connections there, you not get it. Yeah.
You have no connection.
Yeah. Just say that all kind of things that just happen here. No heat, no tea.
When he was 12 years over early, Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in a barrage for 12 years, according to Bouaka himself.
Yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yes. Uh-huh.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah.
He does not have that contact. The Senate got a trap of Bouaka.
Okay.
Because when we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from Brady to where and said the way forward is the Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Boyka come now, he is deceived by coming there. They Dylan there, Nombi there. And you know where he's just thinking, what kind of way Boyka, what kind of thing? He want to go after people. Then, you know, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went, some kind of way, some kind of thing they did, but I think they did a resolution that passed. Yeah, because of money process.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow! All that they almost signed to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh! Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2 persons to sign. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. That's why I went to Kun. I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Boyka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not wrong with nothing.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving Ababa for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of Ome, then he wants to persecute us. He's not going to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Get partners and go look for lawyer. So from Kun offered, my own son offered that I went and sign a resolution. I have many seconds there, why you did this? You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So starting the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Boyka send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
Oh, okay. That was a smart move.
I said correct move. Yeah.
When we were there, the Boyka, we used to go to him, even fee Boyka because of his title. Make him comfortable because of his title. But you see what he's doing? You got a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberia is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie.
But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Oyota, I kept the peace. Charles Taylor, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic, and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, training position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we're in opposition. Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson said, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree, and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest, and we protest. We went to Ellen, and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked. Community that were reminding us to make sure that we don't break the rules and regulations. They are still there. We have to respect the laws of the Republic. That's what we did. When I was in power, they tell me that no, this is a tenure position. You cannot move the person until the tenure expires. So be it. That's the law. We can't break the law. So I hope that the government will take heed. It's important to respect the law of the Republic. We're not a democratic period. So we need to respect the law. All we look for is to respect the law, and that's what we did.
Looking at the common people are losing their jobs at various places as well. Not just only tenure position holders. They are the one that feeling the pinch the most. They got nothing.
AB, when you are angry and you let the wrong people thinking that they are the savior is wrong. We were in opposition before. If you employ poor people that have the minimum, and somebody come to power and believe that because they associate with other people, so they have to be taking a job, it is very bad. That's not good. No leader can do that. And what, $50 job, $100 job? You mean the government that come to power that came to rescue cannot even give a $50, $100 job or lead a citizen on that job? This is wrong. It's wrong. It be everything that they're doing wrong, and we know that. But again, the peace of Liberia is the most important. It's the most important, and that's why we in accordance with the law. This is wrong. People supported the Unity Party. I came to power. I left them there. These are citizens of the country. But you can employ a Senegalese man, and you refuse to employ a Liberian. Is that what it is? No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Everything that they're doing is wrong, AB. The disrespect is wrong. Breaking our laws is wrong. And the old men know that.
Budget will determine his clear vision for the country. Okay, so it also includes the development of some of these problems. For instance, I know it can be argued understandably that the oil part which that the Chinese government is about to build, and the road from Cassidy Boulevard to 12th Street, they were all in the Puebla, that's true. But it was blocked in the Puebla. The President Bouaca's visit to China, reassuring China that when we are taking action on the global stage, we will take it with our own interest first as a country, not to please any other person before Liberia's interest, and then people fighting them will join inside and will stand.
Just a final question. Yeah.
So, you see, he visited to the FOCA, to the China Africa Forum, has now got China excited with the new commitment to come do this project. They are in town already. You call the Minister of Public Works, he will tell you the Chinese government will waste time when they say they want to do something. But when you start on their interest, then you're in problem with them.
And let me say also to all of you, wherever you are, we are right here tonight again, and of course hearing our voice, and it really gets to other people, but majority of the people are excited that we are here tonight, and they are able to hear us. It brings forth relief to them, and we are grateful, and we say thank you. You are not just wishing to hear the voice, you are also been praying, you've been on your knees and making sure that everything works for the good of our ever-potent country. There are lots and lots of people out there who are on their knees and praying for each and every one of us who propagating the good news or standing firm on the side of the country for it to not fall. During those days, under the CDC's administration, when certain folks within the CDC used to call folks within the opposition enemies of the state, I think personally what they were trying to allude to at that time was that these people were enemies of progress. Because they saw progress, they didn't acknowledge progress, they condemned everything, and good news was almost like a nightmare for them. And you could understand it clearly that every good news was placing dent on either their pathway to power or their pathway towards achieving they are deadly witches. Because now everybody you see were condemning the CDC. They were thinking about whether they would get job or not. No. They were doing it out of jealousy and envy. And a bunch of people who were just clearly doing it out of jealousy and envy and hatred. Don't think they were doing that because they wanted the CDC out of power for them to get job. No. They were not doing it because they wanted the CDC out of power to get pipe-borne water. No. They didn't want the CDC out of power because they wanted to find better living conditions. No, that's not what they were doing. Those are the most terrible people that you find in this country. And these are the people that hurt society for no reason, because they are against societal progress. They don't care about who else is affected, because those are people who are just more selfish. Because every Indian's decision is driven by selfish motive. Because you don't care about how other people will benefit. In as much as your wishes are met, you are satisfied. And that is personal. That is envious motive. So you find it like that. Those category of people, they are here. You see them down the line, they are still looking terrible. You see their lives not improving, nothing improving. They just don't care. Have you seen a witchcraft before? When you see the witchcraft behaving, have you seen them really before? You think you can see them define progress? No, you don't see that. But they are happy at that condition. There's nothing you can do to change it. So that group is there. And the other group of people are people who are just there for power. They just wanted to be in power. And that group, that they didn't want to, I know them. But again, we are here tonight and we are excited. And some of you will hear us. And we are just grateful to the Almighty God for everything. For everything. And I thank you all so much for the support that you continue to give us. Together, we are going to get there. Good or bad, we'll get there. So whichever way it is, we will overall prevail over all the negative vices. For those of us who are good, yes, certainly we will. And for the terrible people, they will continue to hear us, see us, and feel so terrible every day, because we are going to be alive and kicking well out there. So we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are here again, and thanks to your prayers you continue to offer, men of God, women of God. We are very happy and excited to be here again. So let me say hats up to all of you, our fantastic students, wherever you are, the online platform students. And I what we now say, you see them, they war. Yeah, you did a cherry getter. But what are they now war? They don't get time for that too. What are they war? They not war. They didn't get time for that too. They want to know. And that's up to my friend and brother on time. Joshua and Jimmy J, I will try to call you up, man. Yeah, we have missed out on talking. The most recent time, we'll try to talk some. Aunt Dorothy Dessay, where are you? I hope you're doing great as well. And I mean, Prince Opoku Walker has up everything. Sarah Joy Maggie, yeah, how's everything, my brother? You are there in the Twin Cities and of Minnesota. How's everything, man? Yes, sir. How's everything to you people? Man? Oh, great people. A lot of fantastic students are in class. And we're certainly going to get there together. Douglas Billy and the rest of the other people. How you doing? Oh, I hope you are doing so fine, bro, and the rest of the folks. We are getting there. Let me say congratulations to the folks and in Europe, CDC and Europe. Yeah, they had their convention. They had a new leadership. Let me say congratulations to all of you. And we are very grateful, and thank you guys so much for everything. And my own woman, she wants something to favor Morris. They got something. Anyway, that's it. And we are grateful to the Almighty God that at least the leadership there is getting in place and things are getting tighter and are better for our country. And we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything that you guys are doing. No further news from the visit of our president out of the country. And yours, President, for those of you Unity Party people who like to personalize Joseph Boakai and never see him as Liberian's president, because he does things in a way that it only pleases you people. And so that's your president, because by his conduct, it's not by what we say, but by his conduct, we know that you're president. He is not our president, because he doesn't count other people as being citizens with the exception of Unity Party partisans, or people who are willing to betray and be ungrateful to people. That's the only way he can count them out and say, yes, for you, you are now baptized and welcome to the Unity Party evil support wing. And that's how it works. So you will see people, if you don't show any signs of attributes within Joseph Boakai, he will not get you a job. You can't try it. You got to show signs that you are like him. You are not going to prove yourself to be better than him. No. Then he gives you a job. No. You got to show signs that you are like Joseph Boakai, then he will award you a job. He will reward you with jobs. And some of those signs are one soon money Abraham William will just wake up and start saying nasty things about George Weah. Joseph Boakai will give him a job the next day. Can you imagine that? God forbid. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. The last thing you're looking for, sir, Joseph Boakai, you're just lying to yourself. Because I'm not going to follow your path of ungratefulness, wickedness, carelessness. I'm not going to follow that path because I think I want to survive. The same God who took me from down the ladder without me doing unorthodox things is the same God that will take me from this level to the next level. So I don't have to. And most importantly, Joseph Boakai learned this and learn this from me well and hear this from me well. All Unity Party folks, I don't do what I do because of money or material things. I do it out of convictions. And most importantly, there is nobody around Weah that can discourage me from supporting Weah, with the exception of Weah himself. In fact, even Weah tries to say he won't discourage me, not even because I'm not even supporting Weah because of Weah. I am supporting Weah because of God. It is God's conviction that lead me towards Weah. So to the extent that even if Weah does not want my support, I will still give it because God said I should give it. I don't need Weah to say, oh yeah, maybe I will. No, I'm doing it because God has said Weah that He's chosen one. So even if Weah does not acknowledge that I'm an angel of God trying to work with him because God has chosen him to be somebody, I will continue to do what I can. Yeah. So we don't have time for that. So I'm not even working for Weah. I am working for God, who has sent people like us to work for the nation. That's why we are here. So there's not even, that means I don't need money from Weah to work. I don't need recognition from Weah. Your ass. We are 6 years that you were in power. We are not, Weah and myself were not that close. Did that demotivate me? No. I was not getting money from Weah officials then or what? Did that demotivate me? No. Because I'm not in this because of Weah. I'm here for God because God has chosen him. So God has directed that his chosen one should be supported. So God had not changed that yet. So we'll continue to support his chosen one. So you see how far it is. So for you to really take me from, then you got to go to God now and just go change that whole thing. It's difficult. It's difficult because God has told me over and over that he doesn't even, whether you like it or not, no. So just know, I'm not working for Weah and nothing. I'm working for God on an assignment with Weah. Because God has chosen him as the chosen one. And all I have to do is to commit myself to working with him. That's the only way God will bless me. That's the only way God will bless me. So I must remain committed to serving God's servant. You're listening to that? You hear me? You know the people, you hear me well. To tell you that there's nothing absolutely, not even anybody around Weah can discourage me. Anybody from around Weah, they think that they don't want to come in power, they can't be causing me. It will not stop me from supporting Weah. Even Weah says every moment I go sit down somewhere, I will still support him. Because I'm not working for Weah, I'm working for God for Weah. You see, this is the assignment we have. Our support goes beyond just the individual you see. When your support is tied to what is good for mankind, that is tied to God in heaven, then you can now see that there's nothing man can do that can move you. No. Nothing absolutely man can do that will move you because you are just on an assignment. Yeah. So we are here. So you just learn that and know it well. And the same God that told me to work for Weah, God will provide for me because he the one get my pay. Now we are supported and now we are official. They will know. And you see how God can be doing things. God can use his people, they put in the diaspora, and they don't want to, oh, AB, we get $50 for your station, for you to do the how God can do it. The how God can do it. God said, AB, you don't have to depend on them. I will use people to support you, and it doesn't have to necessarily come from where. But where is a good man? So he is saying he can think too, and he can do a thing. But it's not contingent upon what we can do that we are there. No. So that even if we are withdraws his support from me, let him know today that God has told me always to be on this assignment until God. Only God can withdraw me from where I am, not we are. Not even we are. So if I can tell you, say, not even we are behavior can stop me from supporting. Then who else around we are behavior that can stop me from supporting him? So as I said the question now, who else around we are can read? If we are in said are down there, I don't need his reciprocity. Now the people there, I don't need his reciprocity. He doesn't have to reciprocate what I do because I'm not even doing it for him before he will even reciprocate. No, I am not doing it because of him. I'm doing it because of God, who has said that he has chosen that man to deliver his people. So I am forced to support we are. That's it. It's not because of money. That's why our friend journalists, they in 18 years, they're supporting people because of money. I'm not in it because of money. No. I'm not in it because I want for we are to call my name to say, oh yeah, AB, I recognize you. No, I don't need a recognition. If you don't say, I'll be so happy. I'm so happy that God even made you to know me, say. Because I see God now. So I'm so happy. But even if he withdraws that today, I will not go from there. And you heard about Ruth and Orpah, right? Oh, you don't know the Bible good. Let me tell you the short story here before we can proceed. I know the Bible. Hey, let me tell you, they turned and Naomi then left their land where they were born. They traveled in a foreign land to go be there. And Naomi was there. She born her 2 boys' children. They were there. God bless her with 2 children. Boys' children, they were there. The 2 children then went, they had their mobile wives. So the women then went, they took the 2 children. And I saw one in Ruth, one in Orpah. And I saw the 2 children die. So all was left with Naomi now is for her to go back, because the only 2 children that were keeping her in Ezra. She needed to go back home. So Naomi was getting ready to go back home empty. So you see that? Naomi was ready to go back home empty. You know what the children then said? Okay, Orpah, she went back. Because Naomi even tried dragging it. No, let go. She said, we'll go. She go far, she go back. But Ruth told us, because Naomi tried to convince Ruth. But Naomi did not know that God's assignment of Ruth to her was not because of those children, not because of the child. God had already destined Ruth to be the child of Naomi, not by birth. To the extent that, oh, you want to know the scripture? Christian age type, you want to know the scripture? I will show you the scripture. Before my student, I will help you with the scripture, because people are not eating now. But Naomi told Ruth, she said, Ruth, thank you so much for your commitment. Because your friend gone back, why you won't go back? She said, even if I were able to born a child today, Ruth, why are you hurting yourself for nothing? You are free to go. You have demonstrated love for me. I appreciate you. But I can't let you suffer. Your friend has already gone by and continue her life. Why you can't do that? Even if I were to born a child today, you will wait for that child to grow again before you start loving to that child? Ruth said, I'm not beyond you because of child. I am beyond you because of the assignment God has given me to be a daughter to you. He said, your God will be my God. Your people will be my people. I don't care what you do. This is how God treats people like us. God sent us to say, look, George Weah is a good man. I am sending my faithful ones. My good chosen one that are not faithful, sorry. Chosen one, because you can be chosen but not faithful. Me, I'm not faithful, but I'm chosen. God can say, take my children and you'll go beyond that job we are made there. Even if he doesn't like it, you'll be behind him because of my assignment. Okay, so we don't need anything from we are to support we are. That will make us to be who we are. When you say superstitions or stupidation, that how God can do things, God will rise up the stones to go and support his own. So you can get ready. This people, what did they see? Yeah, they crazy. That the same thing Naomi was telling Ruth, or even people in Ruth then communicated. They were telling Ruth, what did Ruth still see behind the woman? Behind the woman, the same question they were asking Ruth that time. And she said she will stay behind Naomi. That the same question you're asking, you don't understand the wonders of God when God has assigned certain people to just focus on somebody because that person is their purpose for redemption. And that the person, they got to make sure whatever it is, you hear, you get tired. Now where we are. That's why you're just confused. What are you getting? Pulling your stupid. What did you see behind we are? What did you see behind we are? You go to your Bible teacher and you teach you the one. Just teaching your age. You carry the Bible class. You go teach to tell you that when people, their positions have changed, their reasoning have changed to something else. That's what happened. God will use one moment to take you there, but He will use another moment to define why He took you there. And that's what happened. Thank you, Simeon So Jr. You really did well. Yeah, the scripture there. So that's why it is, right? Ruth 1:16, yeah. So if United Party people who are hungry, if you think that Abraham Williams is in there because you're looking hungry, that's the problem with you, because look at how you can be looking, war, how you look like. You're just angry whole day, and I know how to make you angry. I know how to drag you, and I will continue to drag you because I'm on a mission for God. And you're not going to be happy when you see God people around. So that's it. So we are very grateful to the Almighty God that we are here tonight. And I'm very excited that we are here again to do what we can for our country. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. Joe Cooper, yes, certainly. And yeah. God, you see, we are certainly getting there. We've got Emoji Vince, know the Bible too. Go. Whole day, left some books with me to read. I'm still reading them. And Peter Bender, yeah, I saw your missed call today. Sorry, I'll get to you. I saw your missed call. I'll get to you. Don't worry. I was in some kind of conference somewhere. And J-Man J, what you say? No disturbance in this class here today. Oh, y'all got to be what you got. Dorothy Dessa, you the investor. What's up? How's everything? And you will make me to be one of your conductors. You know, I used to be conductor before, eh? I will be one of the conductors. When I finish from the code room, I go do my conductor thing. I can't read in there. We got to survive. We got to make it. Folks, we are right here tonight. And of course, you can keep playing. Like I said, you see for me, when I tell you something, you can be what they want 50 cents or $50 LD you got to play with to now. That's what you got to play with tonight. So the star 799 star 24. So to do that 50 cents you just got to play with. Like I told you people, the last time when I left, the show Newton reported and sent me a screenshot of over 20 persons that they were able to give 5,000 rice and other stuff too. So the opportunity is yours today. They want to get 50 cents or $50 LD. Star 799 star 24 hash, and you will be able to get 5,000 out of it. 50 cents or 50 LD. You have to be a Lone Star Sales subscriber, and you will get 5,000 LD. That is the cash giveaway and I code for tonight. So we are certainly getting there. Gossip, what's up? How's everything with you? We are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. So we are grateful. All right. So our president, is he back now or is somewhere in Dubai or wherever it is? Because we didn't hear anything much and we don't hear anything much. Anyway, where you go follow him for? You know, sometimes in a home, when the father goes out, because the children know the power will not bring anything home, they don't even worry about what a parent can, they won't know. The only time you can see the children, their expectations can be high for their father return to the home, return home, is when they know that when Papa comes, something will happen. So they will go around, they play, they run back. Papa not can say, they say no. But why Papa staying on there today? They will be asking questions. Why Papa not can ye? But a useless Papa who doesn't bring anything, or do the children really care to know whether you not can or you not can ye? No, they don't want to know. The only expectations can make you to be asking questions as to what it is. What a Papa not come? Yeah. So that's why it is. So you can see it clearly right here. So we don't even care whether Joseph Baga travel, where he does there or blah blah. Because we know he don't bring anything. So you just continue your lay play, continue your lay hustle that you own. But a lot of things are happening that are not normal. Before I can get to our main topics, we have a couple of issues to talk about. and we'll talk about them. But I can only tell you that there are things that are happening in this country. Although I'm a legal practitioner, but I know in law there is something they call equity. And that equity is left with the court. But equally so, the law itself can have reasoning and compassion. There's something they call compassion. The law itself can have that. And you can also find it embedded in the equity, nature of law. And we think with God, there are a lot of things that are taking over the country now. You can see the heartlessness and the carelessness and the evil has taken over the land. I know for sure that when you take somebody to court either to recover possession of real property, especially those properties where development have taken place over the years and people have lived there and their cases have been languishing, sometimes you get to ask yourself the question, why now that several other evictions are taking place and those evictions are getting people homeless? Now, let me tell you the doctrine or the foundation of ownership of property. The foundation for ownership of property is tied to government. Government is the original owner of every land. It's the government that gives it from public land sale to private land sale. Community land, all routine fall on public land. So from public land to private land sale, you got to take it from public to private. Now, that's why you see eminent domains and things are effective. When the government wants back the land, the only thing the government will do is to compensate you. And the government should be able to demonstrate that they want to use that land for the purpose of general community use or something like that, right? So sometimes government does not absolutely part ways with properties. So there are times that things will happen and somebody will want to say, look, I won this case and so forth here and there. Yeah, the officials of government or so forth here, they can make some interventions. The court will rule as they ought to rule. But sometimes the leadership in the country, because when people are homeless, it becomes the responsibility of government. The more people are evicted, the more people, because people are evicted and then properties are damaged, the burden rests back on government to provide jobs for those people so that they get money to reconstruct their lives, to rebuild. So the government will always be, while it is true that the court is operating and the court is part of the government, there are a lot of interventions that government will make and say, look, can you find settlement with these people? For there are times, in fact, government itself, look at the whole 540 land. It's government property. But you know what it takes? Because people have lived on those places here and there, it's difficult for government to just move them, because where will you take them? They have built and developed their properties. This is why the government come in to say, look, you got to just find a way out. Honor we as administration, the very things that you see here, who told you court cases, they didn't come up on we are administration. Why you think some people who are finding it difficult to enforce or effect those demolitions, they relax until Honor Joseph Boakai administration before they are running to courts to get all those things and remove people here and there? I'm a legal practitioner. I know that when my client gets a case on his or side, as I've evicted people, right? But those people evicted were not people who constructed things there. I'm not saying I will not be able to evict people who have construction. In fact, some of the clients I even have that have decided to take up their cases, they've said, AB, the moment we get it, our intent is not to move them from there. Our intent is to bring them to the negotiation table so that they can you do these things. Sometimes as a lawyer, you come here and there, you got to talk to people. Yeah, but why is it now, Honor Joseph Boakai, that you see eviction championed and facilitated by the government security forces to take people up, destroy property? Where is the job in this country? Some of them got a jobs during all meal time. That the time they got a job, the time the NGOs that Unity Party claimed was going to come back to the country under their administration, that was when the people got the properties. Today, the NGOs are not here. The NGOs are not coming back. And then you just find eviction, demolition, people destroying. There's no reason for any Liberian to have heart to say, look, let's sit at the table and have these discussions anymore. No, I'm not saying that these people are not legally, getting. I'm not saying the courts are wrong in passing on that. I'm saying there's a room that will always be open. That the court gives you it. You say, okay, I've already gotten it. Let's get to these things. We don't want to come and it will take time. So you go to the whole community, you sweep them away. Where do they go? The hardship in the country. And the government is the duty bearer when it comes to the provision of basic services or opportunities for the citizens. The government is the duty bearer, right? The government as a whole, though the judiciary is also part of the government, but the government, especially the political, this is where the political actors come in. Because the issue about politics is about seeking the welfare of people. That's where politics comes in, right? And our own politics we play here are all destructive politics. But the constructive and developmental politics will now shift you towards the welfare of the people. When you talk about the welfare of the state, then you are now talking about the people. So this is where politics come in, because politics is about seeking the interest. It's not about hurting people, no. That's why you see before Joseph Boakai could run for president, he needed to tell you that he's going to take all your welfare. That's politics. And that is the message that you needed to know, that somebody is going to seek your interest. And the only person who will seek it, not the judiciary, but the political arms of government, which has to do with the legislature and the executive. Those are the political arms of government. They will go to you and tell you that they are going to seek your welfare, that they are going to pass laws that will seek your welfare, that will promote you as citizens. That's what they will do. This is what it is. But again, and one classic example I will always like to give is the ABC compound area, right? Baptist Seminary opposite. There's a guy there who won a case against Pony. I have my old man there, Grace Captain Brima. So she had called me with the community people and say, oh, AB, the guy saying bringing yellow machines here. We have formed delegation to go and meet with president. We are talk to him here and there. I think there were some political interventions made, and the guy had to leave there, and the guy went into settlement. They were not challenging it because the guy had won his case, but there was some political involvement that saw these people still meeting their properties. And they are there. But I'm seeing a lot of demolitions now going on. But if the government can put a saying CDC something, and then what they call it, look at red light. You have a mosque down there. Those are religious and cultural statues that you don't just want to destroy easily. Even you want to demolish. Church, where you find church and thing, you don't just run there like that. Mosques, you don't just run there like that. When the government of the Republic of Liberia was about to expand the RIA highway, right to where they go, I don't know that Nidonwin or wherever it is. I think Nidonwin, Yeah, Nidonwin. Before reaching to the Total gas station or where they get that embassy, I know Ambassador Club or Ambassador Hotel or something, before reaching to the RIA, there's a mosque that right in the place there. There was a point where the Public Works Ministry needed to make sure that that mosque was demolished. The government of the Republic of Liberia had to talk with the people in Unification Town and found them on land on the other side, so that they could construct that mosque there before they even demolished the mosque that was down there. They already had a prayer point. It's there. It's on the other side. You can find it there. That's what responsible government do. Though the area they built it and they have been as it is, and even if it were on their private land, the government, because of expansion, was taking it, the government did not just settle them out, but the government said, look, we'll give you this, but we'll still go and then build a mosque for you people for you to be there. That's what a government would do. That's why the point, anyway. But let's leave these things. You know, when we're saying these things, you can say, oh, AB, then you're talking, oh, AB, then you're talking. Some are, now when you get to know who get the heart of the country, since Joseph Boakai took over, people are heartless. Nobody is willing to listen to anybody anymore. Nobody is willing to listen to anybody anymore. People are destroying people. Royal Ambassador Hotel, thank you. People are destroying people's property. They didn't get hurt. They didn't get thinking. They will see children all there. They will carry the yellow machine. Say, you do your children inside, will kill them. They will go and take the thing. They destroy everything. The heartlessness that in the country now, where people are not thinking. And they don't want to know. So now all the wicked people, they are just coming back and they're going for their cases here and there. And I can't blame the court. I must admit that. I can't blame the courts for that. No, you can't blame the courts for that. The court's doing its job. It's left with you now to know that you live in a community, you're living with people, you got to think him up. Because the code does not see. It is you who your eyeball open, you can see that your neighbor. It is you who your eyeball open, you can see that this person have done XYZ. You say, okay, I feel winning the case already now. So all you wanted was, and I say, well, not for me now. So you don't can turn now. I leave when the person say no, they want turn, and you say, okay. But then you buy a loader, you still want to deprive me, just by the code, I will tell you from here. Then I leave, we can understand, but give the person the benefit of the doubt, and then tell them, say, let's come, because I know it takes time to build these things. Your children were here, so forth, here and there, all those kind of things. All right. So I'm just saying these things so that your eyes will be open to the wickedness that have entered the land, where people are not negotiating anymore. The wickedness have entered the land to the extent that people are not negotiating anymore. Because Joseph Boakai championed that wickedness by going to the CDC party's headquarters. And then destroying it. Forgetting to leave these people with their negotiation with the party litigants to say, look, these people, they have their own issues here and there. Let them resolve it on their own. Like the CDC did hands off in a unity party issue with the McLean family. The CDC, they didn't put a hand there. If the CDC were to put, they were coming to go sue Joseph Boakai for them to pay that money. The government are going to jump all inside. Because they were running away all year. They jumped from there, they didn't pay the poor. They didn't pay the poor. But CDC said, no, we're not putting our hands inside. Let them solve their problem on us. We don't want to have anything doing it. Let them go on with their thing. What up? They take Unity Party from there. So it was just the ordinary partisans. You were there laughing at each other. Oh, they now evade Unity Party. But it was not a big news. That when the CDC eviction became a good big news in this country. Because the government did not make it a priority at that time. The CDC did not make the eviction of the Unity Party its priority. That's why you see the Unity Party eviction was just a day or two noise. In fact, it just came in passing. That's what we call up it of the tongue. It was just said in passing. It was just said in passing. Nobody really made the Unity Party eviction an issue. No. They just took the Unity Party and said, say, you leave for our property. Because the government had a lot to think about instead of making it an issue. It is the Unity Party that made CDC Party headquarters an issue. CDC did not. Look, let me tell you something. This is where you know when people don't have anything to discuss or they have nothing to talk about. You can believe in a time age, Unity Party people, they get ready. After 3, 4, 5 months, they ain't get nothing to show to the Liberian people that they're doing. They will get ready to say, AB and da. The United Party people, that they are big news then that they're passing around with. So that means you don't get nothing at all. You're looking to power. You're only trying to remind people that AB is still living. And you don't even know indirectly, you're trying to remind people that I'm still living. Because when y'all do that, then people who not use to check on me will check on me. You see what you can do to yourself? And by that, I just feel so happy. People can say, oh, AB, we want to go so careful for what? These people not get anything to discuss. They get ready to say AB that AB this year. Or AB like this. How AB sat law is faithful. That issue there. Is that an issue for this country? You're not getting nothing to market and tell the Liberian people, ABO, they won't happen to ABO. The other one happen to ABO. That means you will make your content because you have no content to sell to the Liberian people. So as a result, we are your content. George Weah is your content. You get nothing to talk about. Since you came to power, there is nothing absolutely, anything related to CDC that your content. CDC was not like that because CDC had a lot of contents to sell to the Liberian people. They were selling free tuition. That was a content. They were selling free wax fees. That was a content. They were talking about investable park. Content. Hospitals. Content. So what a content you have to sell to the Liberian people? Nothing. So since you don't have content and then you need viewership, so you must create and make believe things because you have no content to sell. So as a result, you must make fake videos or just lie about it because you won't hope. You won't. What is that? Could you imagine that? You got no content. George, we are the only content you get. The CDC go on the side of the content. You got to. Oh gosh. And you know the problem there is I'm taking myself to be important in this country, but your Unity Party people, you made me to think that I'm very important in this country. That you're elevating me. Because when you get ready, Abraham, when you're hold your sit in Texas, then I'm New York calling. Abraham, when you can lie, they make this and that the only content you're getting your mouth to discuss that Abraham, when you get. Yeah. So that the only thing you get because you got no issues. And do you think I'll be carried away by that? That way I can get on your skin. You seen it? This is it. That way I can get on your skin. You're just lying all over the place. You'll get nothing to discuss. You're just looking for issues all over the place. And it does not help you people. So you get any content because on Facebook, any content you can be looking for to sell. Yeah. You're looking for content. I know that somebody will be your content, say. Give me content. I told you, say I want to be content. Why are you like that? Anyway, it's up to you people. So I just want to share with you some things so that you'll get it. We know exactly where we are as a people, and we know where we're going as a people. And I'm very grateful to the Almighty God for everything. The CDC USA, there were a lot of things that happened there, and I say congratulations, and we think, and people will really look at it from a different perspective. But Joseph Boakai in France, there was something he did there which does not appear strange to people like us, especially when it comes to giving or sharing. It does not come strange to people like us, and we think we are getting there. But let me just share with you people some things. You know, there are some big brothers I respect, especially in this country. And no matter what it is, because we had it before. And I always told you that, right? I said people whom they and myself had it before. I hardly just, and I just go against them like that. But again, when they are coming up and saying some things, I just keep them in check on a low level. Low level. I just keep them in check on a low level. So recently there was a conversation where Dylan was talking something blah blah blah, and then Prince Moise was in the basket, but money not flowing there before. So we know exactly the context in which he was speaking, and people don't understand it. That things are not as they were before. And I did a post about it, and I post did get to him, and he felt very terrible about it. He went in Bond County and he began to define or try to explain what he meant when he said money not flowing like before. And in his interpretation, he began to say on the CDC administration, people were taking money and putting it into their pockets and they were stealing. They were not working through the system. That's what Prince Moise said on the CDC. And I know during the very CDC time, Prince Moise was a cheerful giver under the CDC. Though he was not working through the system, but Prince Moise is not a mean guy. Prince Moise. I say I know Prince Moise. Prince Moise is not a mean guy. I know him. But the way in which I put it, he needed to put up a defense, and that which he did. So he said there are a lot of good things happening now. The system, the issue about LPRC, blah, blah, blah. So he is giving reason why they are not giving money to ordinary people like the way it used to happen. Or he is giving reason why our culture of sharing and doing off-pocket or off-budget spending, because that's our culture now, off-budget spending. You don't budget it. You just see people in the street and you look at them, you say you want to get it, you know, and off-budget spending. Why? They are not doing it. So he's giving a justification that you see we are now bringing. So if somebody want to bring Moise us to go asking for money, like the way they used to go to their houses and ask them, is there see now transportation and kind of or the gas price down? So I don't get money to get you now, or rice price down. I don't get money to get you now. He said that how they are operating and why they can't give money to people again. That's what Prince Moise said. But I know obviously Prince Moise is somebody that when he has it, he will give it. I already know him for that because there are videos to show that Prince Moise is somebody who can give. He can share. Of all the United Party people that were in government here and there, I know Prince Moi. Prince Moi is human relation issue is in tight, and that I know. But for him to now join DeLong and start saying things in the way he's saying it, that the player get problem now with him, but that problem is not too deep for me to deal in depth with him. The way you see me talking about him like in passing, like that, I can do people that I get respect for. So I would just say it like this in passing. But he was in Bon County over the weekend and begin to say why. But I know deep down is because things are not like before. Things are tough. Even at the legislature. You go ask them, they are struggling to even get money. They are struggling to even get money. Do you know why Prince Moi was very influential in making sure that key positions at the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning were supervised by him under his control? It was because he wanted to get money to continue to do good. But it's not working. Do you know how many people that Prince Moi influenced? He being Ways, Means and Finance Committee chair at the Senate. And then he's appointing people at the Ministry of Finance. Was it not a dumb deal for him to just continue his good things that he always did for people? Prince Moi, that leader thing, you know, I respect you highly, and and that respect will remain. Like I said, I never ever people whom I had something with before, they myself, you know, you can trust me on that. Or at Freedom FM, I think somebody was saying something about you. I did say some, and then when you came to quiet down the water, I think I told you say I needed nothing from you. You're my big brother. I think you can still remember that, right? Yeah. So your supporters should know that when I say we are friends, we are friends. I need nothing from you to make you my friend. No, I just like you because of who you are. You are a people-centered person. I will say that, not that whatever it is. So I will just leave you like that, and then we just flow on. So let's do that one. Let's get to the core of the issue. Because the main person that me for which you are like this, that Joseph Boakai, and that they want to get deal with, they can get problem with me. But you see, that Joseph Boakai is very, very mean. Joseph Boakai that mean papi. Yeah, we know Joseph Boakai to be a very mean papi. That meanness now enter in you to the extent that he will not give any one of your money for you to be on the water. And not that you're taking it to go do development. No, he will not give you it. So you just get ready to suffer the more and be giving no justification as cover up. Things not okay, Senator Moi. I know you. Things not okay. Not that I you to beg you for money. I think you know that I want to go. Not that. No. But I know things not okay. The people who used to get like just them for you people or whatever it is, you see that things not just okay. So I can show you one video about Joseph Boakai. Wicked. You see, Joseph Boakai went France. Joseph Boakai went France. So the whole Liberian community in France, Joseph Boakai gave them 1,500 US. Then I think William Bro, I don't know. Yeah, okay. William Bro is the head of the Liberian community, the Federation of Liberian Communities in Europe or something like that. So William Bro is there, and he said you put it on camera so that they will know how much the president sent. And the money the president sent in envelope, in real good envelope. The money president we are, let me say, sorry. Okay, president, we are no, not president, we are. That President Joseph Boakai sent to them, the money in envelope. So that 1,005, that 1,005 is sent. So men that we don't draw them anyone for their need and what they call. So I don't know who we want to then say they putting it on camera. So they put the counting of that money there on camera. On camera. They put the counting of that money on camera. Now I can see the money that they counting that Joseph Boakai gave them. They come in counting. I come and show you how they were counting there. Joseph Boakai, me papi. Now I tell you, Senator Moi, you want to defend that thing? You Senator Moi. Anyway, maybe that the CDC people are pushing you to be what they call. You can see. Let me show you. You can see that counting there. I wanted to talk to my man, bro, but I think I'm still doing some research. I will talk to him tomorrow. You can see them counting here. They say that the president gave it.
3, 4, 5.
Hey, your way.
2,
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1,500.
1,500.
Yeah.
If
So based on the agreement, it said 50% come to the federation, 50% to the River Association. It was the agreement, right? So you look at this money, Mr. Bamba. Normally 750 will go to the federation for keeping, and the other 750 will be shared among the River Association.
All right, so
14, 15.
now when I'm brought talking about that, so the agreement is that 1,500 they want to share 50%. That means 750 United States dollars will go to the federation. Then the associations, they will share the balance 750. What kind Jesus? So, because the group of associations that come together to make a federation, right? So the federation will take, which of course William Brough is the head of the federation. So 750 United States dollars will go into the federation account. Will stay with the federation. I don't know what they were doing in the account. Okay, they will put in the account. Then the association, because each association that went out, they get delegation. So they will get it. They will get it $50 each for their delegation to go back. So you put it to the father, said they will share. So you see, yeah, this country, the old man here, the old man is terrible. What? You went to this place in Europe, where US is nothing.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1,500.
This is why the president just
So based on the agreement, it said 50% come to the federation, 50% to the River Association. It was the agreement, right? So you look at this money, Mr. Bamba. Normally 750 will go to the federation for keeping, and the other 750 will be shared among the River Association. So this money now, are you the treasurer? Yeah. So you can
right now.
See the treasure?
Yeah, you can see the treasure.
All right, I keep the money.
So that 1,500. So we need to, when the association representative.
Yeah, like wow, I just want for the president to go in meeting that again.
No, you know what?
Because
Mr. Brough, listen to me.
Yeah, that was
Mr. Brough.
You
know what I have to tell you? If you be a leader, people have to trust you. You understand? We can't add a responsible. Sorry for the expression. When we get the money, we just divide it. No. You trust our leadership. We get to the leadership we have. We inform everybody. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Jesus Christ. I got here with a discussion there. We're not going to be irresponsible. We get here divided. Why the money there to divide? Jesus. These people, no, William Brough, I will call you up. You're supposed to take this envelope and give it right back to the president. Because that daily full money of each one of his delegation members, he took to give to all of you. Federation, they will come down to association. Look, oh gosh, Jesus. Do you know that money, the value of money is dependent on the country in which it is used? So, if you want Zimbabwe dealing with dollars. They're dealing with dollars. So the Zimbabweans deal with dollars. So down there, if somebody tells you I gave you $50, it's not that value because that's what they use as a medium of exchange. Let me say medium of transactions there. That dollar, that $50 you take it, you bring it to Liberia, you will get more value because that's not what we can use there. So it gets more value here because it is scarce here. So the scarcity of the money determines that. So you went to US dollar and go give it to people down there where Europe is more, what they call than Europe, than the US. You see the kind of thing that Joseph Boakai is doing to this people. He didn't get in euro. He not getting euro. The man decided to give it to them in US dollars. 1,500. 1,500. That's why he gave to them for them to go and clear here and go, what they call all that group. They say the federation will take this one. And then the other one will take the one. Could you imagine? A whole president is giving 1,500 on behalf of the whole country. Senator Moya, I hope you're following because you know you're passing through the system. Yeah? It passing through the system. No one wants Zimbabwe to go play football after that real US dollar I saw that at time. Not the Zim dollar I'm talking about. I say real US dollar I saw it being used there. We want to play football there. I was there. Maybe it not changed to Zim dollars. Yeah, it may be, but that time when that real US dollar I saw that at that time. Anyway. So you see that? That's it. See now, Moyi, that why I was talking here. That why I was talking here. Yeah, that's what I was talking here. When you hear me saying some of these things, that's what it is, my brother. Your president is mean. So all of you, you get mean. Now, you're not used to be like that. And president like you, I know it high on you too. Because the president will not empower you to go give when he can give. So as a result, all of you got to be like him. All of you have to be like him. You see that? So those are some of the problems that we are talking about. You know that we are targeting you, say you mean me. No, I say you personally, you mean me. I said you don't justify the law meanness. You see what Joseph Boga did to these people? Giving them 1,500. 1,500 USD. All of them. Then the federation got to take 750. Then the associations take 750. They will have to divide it. That's terrible. Of a president. Yeah. That's terrible of a president. So you can see it clearly from what I just showed you. You can see it from what I just showed you. So let's come to something that I want to share with most of you. You know, I'm a big brother there. So you say I will not show any video about him. That's why I just skip over him like that. I'm a big brother like Moyi. Let me share with you something that haunting the Unity Party today, and I will tell you what is the difference between the Unity Party or we Liberians and that of other countries' citizens. We are not saying that all of us can do the same thing, but you know what happens? What separates us is integrity. I'm about to play for you a video for a Ghanaian political commentator. They call him Paul. I always talk about him and play some of his voices here. This guy is about to narrate a situation where Mahama kept himself in transit for hours in Dubai because he does not want to fly a private jet. Why? Because they are their administration, the time they were in opposition, they criticized Okofo for using private jet. And private jet utilization by a president is not a waste, it's for security purpose. The same thing we did on we are administration. When the Unity Party were condemning the usage of private jets. But you see the problem with these people in Ghana and the problem with their education and that of their culture is they have integrity. To the extent that though Mahama is able to have private jets, but because of what they have purported themselves to be, they will now live to the standard that they have measured other people by. At that point, you count them as people who care. People who care about what people will say. There's a difference between we and the people there. When I say bad things can happen in other countries, the only difference between we and other countries is that for us, we are careless. We don't have integrity. We don't have anything. So I want for you to please listen to Paul for me. In this brief, I will don't carry too far. You just listen to him briefly, please. Let's just have a brief listening to him. You know what we are having here. Yeah.
To Japan. 20,238 kilometers. Japan is 9 hours. Mr. President, We are sorry. We are really sorry. President of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, was traveling from Accra to Japan. 20,238 kilometers. Japan is 9 hours ahead of Ghana. So what's the time right now? So it's 9:36 in Accra. The time in Japan is 9 hours ahead. So it's 9 o'clock. So you go from 9, 10, 11, 12. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. It's 6:30 a.m. in Japan. The president traveled 20,000 kilometers. He traveled, as the story says, on Emirates, which is okay, which is understandable, which we appreciate. He traveled on Emirates Airline. He traveled in first class, quite comfortable, and then he got to Dubai. We understand that in Dubai, from Kofi Tonto and others on social media, that the president left Ghana on Sunday evening but arrived in Japan just today. He waited 22 hours in Dubai, had to use a train for about 2 hours to Tokyo, from Tokyo to Yokohama. As Empire FM said it, the president had to suffer because of petty politics.
Petty politics.
Yes. Petty politics.
Yeah.
Petty politics. Politics that is animated by hatred. That's why I'm sad today. Because of somebody's ambition for power, he denigrates a president so much so that another person becomes president and he's afraid to make a decision in the interest of the president's safety, in the interest of the president's comfort so that he can think, in the interest of the president's security so that he's confident to present his case. President of Ghana is sitting at a location in Dubai, 22 hours. What kind of security is provided for him over there? He's not in the comfort of his Jubilee House, where all the security is available. The Ghana Armed Forces are available. The Ghana Police Service is available. National security is available. But here, he's in a location outside his country, and he's not in his own plane. He's sitting in a location 22 hours. Why? Because of terrible politics. Bad politics. Never again. We should never encourage that again. People encouraged it. Hey, Akufo-Addo is he's bathing in the air. He can't bath in the air. When Dominic Nitiwu stood before Parliament and said that the presidential jet is not fit for purpose and that the president cannot even freshen up in it. Hey, come and see cartoon. The cartoon, they had the Daily Guide guy, what's his name? I can't remember his name. There's a TV3 guy. Both of them are very good. Tilapia put cartoon. Then they have Akufo-Addo with some boxer shorts and he's holding a pail. And he's pouring water on himself and he's sitting in some aircraft. And one by one, the votes of the party was winning away. Ghanaians were getting upset because they trust politicians. And this politician here wanted to make a meal out of something that was about national security. So President Akufo-Addo travels, he comes. Oh, Akufo-Addo thinks we don't know. He traveled and he came back in a private jet. He arrived at 1 a.m. I saw him. He thinks that he's hiding. People caution that this is very dangerous. Publishing the president's itinerary is very dangerous. Nobody listened. Of course, the prices were high. So if prices are high, we all don't listen. I'm guilty, and that's why I'm rendering an apology to the president. I'm guilty. I had occasion to go and complain. Why is the president flying this, Other people complained. I remember in one of my complaints, one of them, I won't mention his name, he said, oh, clear off. Why are you following the NDC propaganda? And I said, this NDC propaganda is going to cost us the election. I'm guilty. I feel very guilty. Because I love President Mahama. He's a nice guy. People love him. Why should he? If President Mahama is not president of Ghana, I can assure you, he's not going to sit in any airport for 22 hours. Why would he do that? Why is he going to do that? The only reason why President Mahama had to be cocooned in an airport for 22 hours is because he's president of Ghana. If President Mahama is not president of Ghana, having been president before, there are many things he can do. He can call on his friend. He can call on another head of state. He can do so many things. And since Akufo-Addo traveled to Nigeria recently, I don't think that he used any commercial plane. He's former president. He can call on his friend, please pick me up. President Mahama would have. But today, President Mahama is frightened. How is he going to call for a private? Hey! This is the president whose brother has a private jet. Think about it. Think about it. This is a president whose brother has a private jet. And the government of Ghana could have paid for the private jet of the president's brother. The president's brother is not the only Ghanaian who has a private jet, mind you. There are Ghanaians who have private jets better than Ibrahim's plane. I know that. Ibrahim knows that. Everybody knows that. We know them. They don't want their names to be mentioned. So we will not mention their names. They have two. This individual I'm talking about has two private jets. Oh, at least you know Magdan. Magdan, you know. I'm not talking about Magdan, but Magdan we all know. Magdan has said he has a private jet, so we can repeat it. Magdan has a private jet.
Okay, so I just wanted to narrate to you this to tell you the difference. Why it is true that Mahama benefited from the nasty and dirty politics of criticizing people, criticizing his predecessor. The difference between, because he and Bwaka did the same, the difference between him and that of Bwaka is Bwaka have people that deal on them. Whom immediately, because Bwaka got to power, they now see the reason why using private jet is of necessity. You see the difference? They now see using private jet to be of necessity. Could you imagine? People were so petite and into dirty politics. They were looking at people like Koji and wearing clothes. They get ready, they say, look at the kind of Versace shoe there that Koji wearing. What kind of people, what kind of politics we have? You see the United Party people then passing around. What kind of clothes they're wearing to go to work? Some of them they go barely afford to wear good clothes. Even the Joseph Bwaka man himself. Bwaka appeared in the public very pale. Very terrible look. Filthy shites than what you could see on him at occasions. Today, he's the best dressed. The watches he wears, the shoes he wears. In fact, on the day of the inauguration, before inauguration, when he went to the United States of America, they had to sew custom-made suits for Joseph Bwaka. Things that he could not have worn were he to stay in his state as former vice president. But it was all we as administration that we raised all these petty issues. And Liberian people saw it. What are they wearing today? What are they wearing today? Because they make it to look like an issue. But the same thing happened in Ghana. But the only difference between this president and that of Joseph Bwaka is that this president has conscience that living. He still remembers what he and his supporters did to his predecessor. He has conscience. And sometimes our conscience, when our consciences are alive, what they do is they dictate and suppress. And there are things we want to do, but we say, people will say, but I don't want to condemn anything the last time. Or I can't do the same thing. Though I know it may be right doing it, but in as much as I did condemn it the last time, it is now classed as wrong. I shouldn't be the one doing it. This is where you see people say, you don't have the moral to question me. Because your questioning me may be right, but you shouldn't be the person to question me. That's where people question morality. They say, we agree, I'm a rogue. But you yourself, you're wrong too. You're not supposed to be behind me. Because you yourself, you are wrong. This man has morals. Forget about how dirty politics they play. Your morals will always kick alive to tell you that you can't do certain things because you condemned me before. Though they were right, but because you condemned me before, you can't be the one benefiting from your own wrongs or things that you describe as wrongs. There's a maximum laws that said that you can benefit from your own wrongs. Yeah, and it comes from the backdrops. That you can say something was wrong, then Then you come back now, that same thing that you yourself personally described as wrong. Then you come back to it, you want to benefit from it and say, oh, that right thing now. No, it can't work. That's the difference. They get their own battles they are fighting in Ghana. But if people need to know that their society is very much, that is where now you bring in the issue of reasoning. Because the electorate on our side, their eyes can shine. They're not here to come be defending him because he their own president. Now they're here where we get dumbfounded supporters who will wake up and say, hey, we are doing the same thing too. And whatever, all the kind of thing, they are defending it today. Down there, the electorate, they are not like our electorate in a year. They're saying the Unity Party class of electorates are here. Down there, the one down there. They can support you for a cause. If you say that is this, they will say, okay, then they said, we'll match you by what you have said and why we are voting you. Today, ask the Unity Party people. Ask the Unity Party people if they not defend everything Joseph Boakai doing in this country. And we are doing it too. Can you imagine what was the essence of the change? This man is giving the clear, he's pressuring himself, no matter what it is, to give a reason to the electorate to say they may condemn me before, and he can't be the one doing the same thing he condemned before. Then you take away that politics. That's a distraction by itself. Joseph Boakai using private jet in darkness. He running away. You get ready, you join Facebook. You say, oh, convoy carrying. If George we have troubles and he gets convoy, that's serious problem. While people in the country are suffering, George we have trouble, that's so convoy will eat. That today you're taking convoy, you're showing it. If AI generated convoy, because I haven't seen a video to that effect. AI generated convoy. Because pictures that what I'm seeing, I haven't seen videos to that effect. AI generated convoy. You're showing it all as an achievement. If it were we who is a celebrity, who's passing around in Europe, and you see people celebrating that one will eat, today, what's happening? What is happening now? You see that's the difference between us and those people. When they tell you, say, we Liberian, our IQs are very low and our reasoning very poor, that the Unity Party bunch of people, they make our IQ to be very low. Because the people on our side, they are presidents, they are politicians are aware that when you say this, if other people are doing it and then you brought them down so low, you must know that tomorrow when you get there, you can't do the same thing again. You can't do that. You can't do that same thing. The electorate will hold you by air. It will damage you and your children, your whole generation. That's what the guy is saying. The president had to sit for 22 hours waiting for transit. He could get a private jet and just fly. His brother get private jet. He could call for his brother private jet and fly. No. You see what has happened to this country? The Unity Party supporters not like Mahama supporters in Ghana. Mahama is aware that they don't like that. They will not support him for that. He's not coming to make them shame on that. No. He's not coming to make them shame because some of them, they will wake up. In fact, most of them will wake up and tell you, say, Mahama, what kind of disgrace is this? You told us that riding private jet was a problem. Why are you riding private jet now? They will say that. Unlike in Liberia, all Unity Party, these Unity Party bunch of people that didn't want to know are very heartless and they can be calling CDC people stupid. They are the most stupid people. They are the senseless people that you can ever see because they don't look at some of the arguments they can be proffering. Look at the kind of things that they can be showing. Ghanaians not let out. Their leader don't know it. Why you think they're sending down to airport 22 hours? To be even talking it because you got to live up to what you told the people that you're going to do. If you think John Brown was wrong, you must not come and do something else. Don't do it. That the Ghanaians thinking, that the mentality they got is about their country. It's about keeping their leaders. But when you have leaders who take you to be fools and think that anything they do, you can support them, like Joseph Boakai thinks here his followers are, that anything he does, they will support him. They will celebrate him and whatever it is. So he does it. He doesn't care. The man goes in Europe and sits there and tell the people that he's doing well. The man sits with his ministers. He's sitting there and telling them and say, we're really doing well. Because why? His ministers are there to support him. They are telling him, say, Papa, we're doing well. It will not happen in Ghana for Mahama to come sit and finish riding private jet, then you can sit and minister. The minister and be that tomorrow, Mr. President, when you leave, we will come and be presidents too. We are behind you. Our life hang on this. Not only you. So there are things that, Mr. President, you can't just do. We just got to live up to it because some of us, we get communities. We come from communities. There are people who will look at us and be charging about that. Say you work in the Mahama administration. You people condemn this. Why are you people doing this? And tomorrow you will not be president again. We will not have to face those. Unlike the Unity Party folks, they don't care. They don't have integrity. They don't have morals. So as a result, whatever Bwaga does that they even condemn in time past, they call it now right. So they are now supporting it. I may agree that he's suffering himself 22 hours. But he knows the kind of citizenry back home. He knows the kind of supporters back home. They will hold him for it. Here in Liberia, does Bwaga care about whatever? In fact, why would Bwaga care when we get Unity Party post supporting Bwaga for all the wrong things he's doing? For him to the wise is quite sufficient, folks. Let's get to the lines and interact with you. Tomorrow we'll talk with Bro and the rest of the other folks concerning what happens over the weekend. Let's get to the lines and interact with you. My name is Cyprian Godson William. We are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. We'll say what we can say just to enlighten you all, to give your understanding about what's happening. That's life. So the WhatsApp line is also active. And let me try to hit it on. And I want people then to, I don't know why it's always like this. Okay, I think it's on. All right. Yeah, good. So the WhatsApp line is also on. Yeah, I think it's on now. Yeah, sorry about that. Those of you playing the stuff, the card giveaway, please do. And I keep doing. And Newton Tokpa will be able to do the practice drug for you. And you'll be able to get what you can. So we are certainly getting there. With God, all things and are possible. And we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. Let me get to the female line and start out with the female line first. Right here on this dial. We are getting there. With God, all things are possible. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, Brother Eddie.
Yeah, let's hear from you, please.
Okay. Thank you, this evening, Papa. Therefore, bless you. Brother Eddie, all the things you explain, Brother Eddie, are true. Brother Eddie, that papi don't get washing. They great in other states. They get one-to-one. Go get it, people 1,500 US. Why we do to that? Why we do to that people in America? Why not they say she that? They're a bunch of criminals and they get passing all around for you our money. Why people in Liberia, they are children are not going to school. The people suffering. They take to find food to eat, not eat. Brother Eddie. Then they useless for them, they get suffering up. Well, we know what you will do to me. By the grace of God, our president money, Black Gamma, our official, we know what he will do. By the grace of God, we'll be back 2029. Thank you.
Thanks, ma'am, for your contribution. Appreciate that. Thanks for everything. Let me get on to the next caller right here. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, good evening, Eddie.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
From Johnson.
Yeah, Marvin, let's hear from you.
Thank you very much, my brother, for the topic this hour. Thank you very much. You say, oh, you know, and even while the people in Johnson, the business I can make are selling. I can look at 10,000 to get to my family put it. You know, my cousin, the last time we brought that when I took money, I gave it to her. So, what has been found, I will have money there for Joseph, but I will get to Liberia in France. What has been found, I will have money. I can see and get out money to my phone and say, what a good business. Then you get what has been found, I will check it, what has been found, I will. You go to this, go there. You get shit. We told the people that I think that cheap. But I don't want to say, I said, when the plan was doing good, when you go place to place, they say, I'll put your money. That will put your money. I know what I put your money and they're crying. But you say, put your money now. I will play with the guy now. That's why the guy is statutory, my brother, the guy is statutory. Because the people that speak about, yes, they want to chapping. They know when they come to power, let it be changed, let it be different. That when they go to your people for the second election, that when they chapping, they go to them. Well, when they say you're not father, you're not right. Well, when they say you'll be the teacher for all you need teacher for, but never whatever they say. Again, President, we are all the men for President, we are running for the yesterday, we'll play to some of that. Devil is right father, can run with 7 systems. We will work with our president will make it a good fighting. I will never let you know. What is teaching now? I don't something now. We brought it like you that is bachelor, you have walked on the topic. But President, we are trying to talk about now. Nobody join. Don't call Kenny for on the street. Nobody talking. But my brother told us to now to the President. You see what they say, staff, President, we are the goal and the power. You will come back and see the workers at the end of the President. That's really what because they jealous and they hate and within your face for our good you. For talking and getting the member, you never love it and we keep it out. Thank you very much.
Thanks, ma'am, for your contribution. We appreciate that. We get the general line. How are you doing? Yeah, let's hear from you.
Yeah, this is Edmoka, and I'm the visually impaired that keeping this unprepared President Future the fire to deliver. You know, yeah, I listen to that and I was kind of say, wow. So it's a serious policy. The last time President Weir was in power, when you ever hear the longest from here, which of schools they were going all over to, that was the thing that he was afraid. Because he has all lot of international engagement between Europe, to Asia, back to Europe, to Africa, and because he never wanted to be flying in a private jet, he decided to be around there so he could be able to conclude all of those international engagements which took people that walk stuff to Qatar and all of those. When you see they say, oh, you sell the credit for the farm, for the this, and this, and the same thing the guy is talking about over there. And then here we are, the one that's supposed to be saying sorry, he is saying it cosmetically. Again, which is the law, which is saying he was not serious of what he was saying. He's telling us that they never see the necessity of riding private jet, that now they know the importance of riding. And in fact, the president is talking about of Ghana, he's not traveling that he's doing, he's suffering, sitting at the package on the 2 hour, he's coming with something. He's returning with dividend into Ghana. But yet that stay, he's certifying, he's certifying his supporter because of what he campaign on. The recent trade that they just made in France. See what the people are coming back with. Every hospital, they coming from France to the armed forces of Ghana for about 1 year. They talk about improving the marine sector of Ghana. They talk about AR for Ghana, just for the conference that they just went for in France. But they get on her website. What you will see there, oh my God, appreciate Boaka for the nice speech that he gave. Boaka invited Macron to come visit Liberia and this and that was coming. And you are going, taking away thousands of dollars with you. You're not returning with nothing. You have no fear to know that which you should try to minimize some of the private jets. So the Omega is clear. As you see, they say he's going to be going to Dubai. So he continues his enjoyment. So we hope, if we are the day, Liberia has not still realized that people that which they did in the past, they haunt the country, and today it is haunting the country. It's time now to cool down the records. They are refusing to do so. That whole time that they are pressing on it, and even feel that any negative thing that they do, they will link it to CDC, they will link it to President Weir. But thanks again, and we are here. We'll continue to checkmate them while we wait for the one for 2029. Thank you.
All right, that's it right here on this die. Thank you, Edmo.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Ebi.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Thank you very much, Ebi. I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from Akopo, Down Coast Spoon Hill, Waketown community. Ebi, thank you for always enlightening us. And I will always want to appreciate you and your guardian at Kings FM.
Okay.
Always taking all your time to come and inform us about national happiness of our country. Ebi, when last in the vision of President Weir, your President Macron coming to Liberia, began to be celebrated. Yes, I can remember when President Weah went to America. Or to France. After all the bilateral agreement. The same thing that they are celebrating today. It was said that Macron was to visit Nigeria after the bilateral agreement. It was there. And these very guys, they castigated him. Today, they are here talking about invitation. So, maybe you put it right. These Unity Party guys, they are completely heartless. So I think about their understanding. These guys, if you talk to them, their logical reasoning, in my mind, they have the least IQ. We won't have noticed it if we have not given them the opportunity to fully perform how they are performing today. It's very clear, President, we have brought 10 million from there that will infuse into our economy, and we see the 40 military hospital today. Then you can say invitation. We told yesterday that development will eat. So today that invitation will eat. The guys. So the guys just people on the hostess or the mattress or large education. You see how integrity is? The people in Ghana, they believe in integrity. But Unity Partisans and their entire bunch of gangsters, nothing the conscience and integrity they have. They just roll nothing today, and yet today they are fooling the people. But baby, thank you very much for always coming to reform us so that we can continue to expose the grossly incompetent gangster paradise, and they know that 2029 will be defeated. That's why their confused party chairman is going around making a lot of regular statements saying that as long as his chairman CDC will not. But I know it is the last kick of the dead horse because he has tested the water and know that there is no chance for them. So he wants to play on the minds of the people. Thank you very much. Long live Nigeria.
Thank you. Thank you.
And long live President Weah.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Let me get on. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Yeah, fine.
You know that people what happened in the world. Macron will call the guy to say what I said. Why you president? Why were you doing that? Don't be able to tell us. You say they are not going to be on your point there. Macron will do that. Macron. Oh, not we are in the station. You know why is it? Then you know that you that one and say you are there. I don't do that.
All right, let me get on to the next caller right here on this guy. Hello, how you doing?
Good evening, brother.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
My name is Jairus. I call from Tinker.
Mount Jairus, let's hear from you.
My dear brother, let God bless you. Let God give you more grace.
We thank God.
I listened to that recording and was like, AB, where you can get information from? That is the reality. AB, they fail to realize what all the criticize and what they are doing. You understand? They put lies to the Nigerian people. See the increase of hardship in the country. People will see our mothers who are in a market who not get time for government job, no business. Then you stay talking about you will come back, the other person not coming back. What are you doing to stop somebody from coming back? The United Party people, now God will fight for them because the tears of the Nigerian people are crying day and night going to bear with one God, the children are not in school. They will not be well with them. They should be going in a cluster by night. The active for the owner still be defending what all the criticize yesterday. All of us some of them. President we are today, President we are today. And why are we move President we are? It was better for him to be there, no need for you to move him. Because you can move the man and you can't agree everything you want to brother, God bless you, man. Like when people are listening for them, when they go into the ballot pass, they don't go there for hate. They will go there for change. They acted wicked to they said they feed that George we they were doing it to now they feeding it a very rescue. That's a good part of it. I really enjoy it. They go through the hell and they will continue to go through it. That's just 2 years too. They will enter 3-4 years, the country will get more harder.
Okay.
With President we are they used to help them, get a clear heart, help their children, help their parents to do better. Then government money will eat it. Why they can go eat it government money now? Their minister they mean to them, they can't even share with them. But it's good for them and let's see they will learn it. Have a blessing them, my fellow.
Thanks so much. Appreciate that. Let me get on to the next caller. How are you doing?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, let's hear from you, please.
I'm Asia Tiwa calling from Chicago Pajo. Come on, son of President we are.
Let's hear from you, sir.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for the topic. You know, we've been telling the people there was this party, it was sometimes they tell a lot campaign time, but at least ten what I can finish. Some people I was used to tell, you don't know, I say my son, all the things tell what the party, it cannot pass. Just after we have been and nearly die, yeah, seriously. For the president, but we not give up by the grace of God. Once we are not doing different things just for love. I want to tell them once you somebody, God bless somebody. Always, don't envy that person. But when God bless you, just because the blessing of the we are, so that while envying we are,
right.
But they can make it. Anybody trying, they will die before you. Thank you so much.
Hello, how you doing? Hello, let's hear from you. Hello?
Hello, Eddie?
Yeah, let's hear from you, man.
Oh, my father was the weekend.
Great. Thank God for life.
Maybe my wife, my son.
Okay, happy birthday, mom, to you. November, eh? Yeah, good. Okay. Brilliant. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, Eddie, the one we not come to studio can see bad. Because the information I can get all the will let me.
I know.
We learn it from you. No, you got baby boy Eddie on all of it. No man learning. I say, yeah, I will learn my son Eddie. I will teach us. Any story I will use it on the people. When they get single guys, Eddie. We got dark crowd or still dark crowd. Get it what go president. Why were he mask on the face? Why were he hurt you? I just see what way in it. I will get one in this country on a baka. But if we are forced in the trouble, they will feed them what they offer. I'll tell somebody, say, oh, you saw it. Say, I like to see the girl, oh, that I refuse to hold. You get it? But it's not a calendar right now to speak. It's not a calendar. I said, from my own sense, oh, I open the water. I will not do it. I rejected and not the owner. I refuse in this country. On our book, I will not be. I will say this shiny for you. I was not be on my phone. That's how we always say, oh, Marcy, don't do it. It was my idea. I will do it.
What did
you
mean someone with chorus?
But the last time
but I told you, said, don't be doing it. And I told you that.
I want to be doing it for the concern of myself.
You mean somebody will pour right out? You know you're hitting a person's stomach?
When I did something, I feel be backing and I say, what is backing me? And you're going to win now. What you go only they said no. They bring up controllable. You took out, you say you cry. They bring up controllable in the country for the press. Then learn what you power. They call rope for work for Russia, but the other person did on them. They were stealing. The people are talking, they go after you in the night. They will kill you. Some of them will walk in the street. And they are going on in the country, say, brother, will be a barrier for you. So they put you on a waka. What's going on a waka? You go to fight. I say, oh, he will master on the table. Master brought you in the hotel. They were eating together. Are you kidding me? When we are very, you say, oh, we are very road. We can't eat road. We want food. They put it down and not get food. So you can't walk on our road. So the only road we have for our sector is the question they say, oh, that workers developing the country. Are you kidding me? Anyway, I had a 3-year visa passport. Anyway, hey. The person say we need job, we need job, Eddie. The person we need job. But we're doing the work will feed us in the country. We need job. We need job. We're not going to work and work for you. You need to work. You guys say, oh, we go to an agreement with start doesn't make you empty there for a document. Nothing is happening. Your friend go to the place, they carry hospital in a country. Hospital, I can't go to in a country. What is it for us?
Thank you so much, Omar. All right, I think the WhatsApp line is now active for our diaspora caller. Sorry. Yeah, hello, how you doing? Yeah, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, my name is Otis Bagley. I do join you from McDonald Street.
Okay.
No, bro, AB, so thank you for the show. Yeah, you know, our president that we have in Liberia right now is very deceptive. Or deacon. Can you imagine a deacon in your Baptist church? So, Joseph Brother is just proving to the world that there will be no credibility of a deacon in our country. Because what do you bring to the presidency? Just rubbish, lies, recklessness, and misleading information. That's why people are bringing to Liberia and really bringing us down to the trenches. But why our president saying you're going to see Macron? They were all fake. You will go to a country as an international guest and the people go honor you on a separate location. The honor is to be to the airport. But we have the United Party people bragging all around here. Do a lot of things. I listen to Paul from Ghana. Look at what the man was saying. People just get their private jet. But you get that zero, you're preaching that. It's a misfortune that we put the game private jet, but it's a necessity. That uneducated, I'm not to describe it. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, brother. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Hello, how you doing? We have a limited course. Hello, how you doing? For those of you who have played, I've seen your draws up and so forth. Several other of them, I'm seeing it. Yeah, like I told you, you're going to get it. And Newton Tukpa is going to do the draws right here and then be able to call you up immediately at 10 o'clock. The draws are going to be up for you right here on this very dial. Hello, how you doing? Hello? Okay, let me get on to this one. Hello?
Yeah, good evening, Eddie.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm fine.
This is Mother Guitar, a member of the Civil Rights Movement.
Yeah,
Let me really commend you.
Guitar, let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah, bro, Eddie. You know, the United States people, Eddie, sometimes a lot of people, when they follow trouble, they enjoy, they cannot think about the children home. And we see all the posts, oh, President Justin Mabakai, you're working in France. They. You see, look at the story you gave me about the Ghana president. Because then he criticized something yesterday. He knew that he was not in the issue of the people of Ghana. Today, we have to get a shot on the airport for people to believe in him, the leadership. But when it comes to Liberia, our politicians, they attempt to forward now politicians Liberia. Today, the best opportunity now, our president is currently. Any private jet coming to Liberia, he joins us. He leave from the country, he go. You're not even thinking that yesterday he condemned the private jet issue.
But who told you private jet?
Money going inside free.
I said, who told you private jet?
He said as a president, he not even get concerned how the Liberian people will be in the same year, which type of development will be here. But it was unfortunate for educated people that people depending on them for the someone years experience in governance. That's how Liberian people will get for you.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? You go? Now who told you a private jet? Just tells you running. Oh, where the president? Yes, you must say, stop. I'm going Ivory Coast. Stop. He said, any private jet coming everywhere. They gotta get dramatized on TV. They tell you say how private jet can operate. They just passing around all over where anybody can just say, oh yeah, God, I will join you go on this side. Yeah. Why you doing?
Eddie, hello, this is Kennedy Morris.
Yeah.
Morris from Pitana.
Yeah,
Hope you can hear me.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, Morris, let's hear from you.
General.
Yeah, let's hear from you. Bigger General, let's hear from you.
Well, Eddie, I don't know what the people should post about. Because that administration, we have to they say it was not anything. We have to process and take process it was not anything. We have to houses. Our ministries were running and we have make us to have our own building. They say it was not anything. And it is the same thing they are doing. And then talking about it. Why do people are not supposed about it? I don't see any need because we are doing. I believe the question now. You should have be posting about it for nothing. The thing is just going backward.
The man just tell
Every time the old man travel, he will come back with nothing. But at the end of the day, in fact, the boy always tell you all that CPC don't know how to use power. You know how to use power, so they use power. They will use power, they will show us how to use power. That's the reason why the police will brutalize anytime they want to brutalize. Okay. They will do anything they feel they're doing.
Thank you.
On the other hand, like people to you see one call there, you let's speak and for the people in front of you.
Thank you.
And you tell God. Yeah, and you tell God, I was telling
all right, thank you so much, my brother.
So the people go up, so we are in front of them.
All right, thank you, my brother. Thank you enough. Thank you so much, and I think you have done well. Wait, yo, Joseph Boga, you're passing around every private jet are passing. Say some passing again today. All I've brought your telling to stop here. I will join you, sir. I went Ghana. So if I send the airport director, God, I get trouble. What you tell her? I would not call you like that trouble. Every private jet are passing. You join you, sir. What are you private jet? Just text it. You passing. So he had tell the airport director say, you, any please he pass it. Don't let private jet papa me and leave me behind. It's not a country, stop here. Join you, sir. Hello, how you doing? Hello? Hello? Oh, sorry. Okay, let me they got a dog on the show. See? Every private jet is passing here.
Hello?
Yeah, fine. Please go on.
Yeah, this is another woman calling from
Please go ahead.
Thank you for the show, Gijalai. You know, let's discuss how you say that you need a party. Gijalai put it. And now can tell they go, the devil corner they go. Gijalai they put near the lying about style with lying. Let me try teaching. It is Gijalai wants their own for you. Nobody put on the mobile for Jovia. And the anytime that Jovia coming to put the whole country live. You can always travel on what it is. I can say. The more beer I can always there. I think I want to report the one airport of Jovia again. I see they get a rainbow. Anytime Jovia is in the country, Jovia not on the mail. The more beer for you, what did not know? I think they know Jovia when not observe it. When the people Jovia will go on the ground.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
Thank you for the show.
Thank you so much. All right, for those. Yeah. This show, yeah. This show, interesting show. So, let me add that other guy who called before the last two callers. When people very get you talk as a tear. He said, Joseph Bogashi. He said, any private jet, Joseph Bogashi passing a joy inside. So, private jet, like, so, JMB that reduce. JMB that reduce private jet to Kekera or Muruba or Tessie, where anybody passing. You get your joint size. I'm going to leave you your. Ah, God. You know, so today you get talk. So today I get talk. It can really be hard to really wrap around it because I already know what I will get. Private jet again. You be flying it. Yeah, he said, yeah. Jesus Christ, oh, that's right. I go. Anyway, folks, that's all the time we're going. These are brave people that you give me. You just wake up for your job. He said, you come and call on the radio. Une to get something. I'm not saying that program, man. You get ready. Every private jet are passing. You just join inside. Why you go? Every private jet are passing. You just join inside. So you just think private jet know the text where you get jet. CA passing is there. Stop. Let me just get inside. You God will give you the good. All right, thank you so much, folks. No problem. Maybe you're right. Because every time we see private jet, maybe you be passing all over the place. I mean, airport here, or I won't go again. Okay, folks, that's all the time we've got tonight. So until we are back here, God willing, tomorrow, William Bro had planned to call you, but I'll call you tomorrow, please. So until we are back here, I want to say sorry to the WhatsApp callers, especially our diaspora callers. The WhatsApp was off. I will try to get it on tomorrow so that we can do it. Yeah, we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. But Newton is about to do the draws for you people because we're supposed to be doing a draw now. I think we have about 191. That's good. Good number. All right, so let's see what we do right here on this very time. We are certainly getting there. So I expect that about 20 persons will be caught up to win 5,000 here tonight. Right in or JV. And Newton will be able to do that right here with you. So I want to say thanks to all of you for the time until we are back here. Do have a pleasant night. Bye-bye.